Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're going to do Fight Girls by Frank Cho and Sabina Rich by our Upshot 105. But before we go into this, I wanted to make a review of this one first today, Spider-Woman. So I read these two issues, but unfortunately these are comics with, it has a moving story. So there was stuff happening before that, and these two comics also have cliffhangers. And I don't have that comic after that. I don't have issue 12, and I don't have issue 13 or 15 and whatnot. So I have only this two. So this is not really a good way to make a review if I don't have the full knowledge about what's happening and I cannot follow up with the other ones. So yeah, too bad. I mean, I like Spider-Woman, and the artist is Carlos Infantino, I believe. He's an old school artist. Was fun. Unfortunately, I cannot do it. So I decided to go with Fight Girls, and this is a cool comic too, I believe. Because it's the first issue, and it's also have a wraparound cover, which is really cool. And this is I believe, an alternate cover. I didn't want to have the original cover because this is one by Mike Deodato Jr. and this looks freaking awesome. So what is this all about? Well, it seems this is all on another planet, I believe. That it's been 12 months ago since the Queen Regina Victoria D'Or abdicated. Is that how you say it? Her throne. She can get an heir for the next one, and then some kind of a council or parliament decided to annulling a marriage between a King Gilmorian VII and resurrected the ancient contest of champions to fill the vacant queen's throne. Basically, why am I forgetting this movie again? With Jennifer Lawrence, that she needs to survive. Contestant, contest of champions. I don't know. I forget that name, but you probably know in which movie I mean. So it says that 10 women of royal and common blood from vast reaches of the empire were tested and selected for the ancient contest. And so if one of them wins, that woman will ascend to the throne and become the next queen of the Gilmorian Empire. Okay, that is interesting. And then this is where we are. And I'm never a big fan of floating cities. Not sure why. It can be cool, but it's just, I don't know, a city like, I don't know, New York or Queens or, well, probably not Queens, but and then a bubble around it. I don't know. Why not make it way, way bigger? And it doesn't matter what I think, but not really liking it. But so it seems that these lands, these women have to fight in, and these have not been touched like 1,000 years. So there is no people living on the planet itself. They are just floating. Why? I have no idea. So there's 10 contestants. They walk through some kind of a big door. They are standing on a big plateau, and these contestants are being transported to the surface of the planet. And art looks great, by the way. Color looks great. And we have also, look at this. This looks great. This is the end station, if you can call it, the where they need to go, this temple. And we have narrative. And narrative, how do you say, commentators? Commentators. We have a floating robot here, and they are, talking to the camera. There's people watching this whole thing, and they need to go there. And this is their first assignment, if you will. Because there can be only one winner. So then this woman here, number one, and they all have their own names. I'm not going through all of them. There's 10 of them. As you can see here, there's Diane, Jackson, Kelby, and a lot of other women. And she's doing a pep talk and says, "Hey, we need to work together," and etc. And only then we can win, and etc. And so she's giving the pep talk, but then this woman has none of it, and beats her down. And she says, "You dumb bitches! It's every woman for herself. Now run." You see her looking out. The commentators are a little bit funny too, but it's not really that special. So, okay, they're gonna run because they have to go from one place to the another, of course, and there's a lot of obstacles. And then we switch to, I don't know, somewhere on a planet, or I mean on the floating station. And we have these two guys. I have no idea what they are and what they want, and no clue. It has Bob on his belt and it has meat on his arm. So he's gonna be the strong arm. He's probably the smart guy, I guess. Looks a little bit, as a Lobo-like character. And so here we go. We see the girls here running, and the narrative, the commentator says, "And we are off. It's a mad dash to the temple as 10 contestants split into 3 groups going into different directions." And then you also have the drone commentating. And then joining us today is our wildlife expert, Dr. Mike Muswigan from the Holmes Institute of Biodiversity. "I'm glad to be here," he says. "Can you tell what kind of wildlife our contestants are expected to encounter here?" They are in for a big surprise. Yeah, I can imagine, because, these creatures are coming, and they are attacking immediately the contestants because, like I said, for 1,000 years, no people has been touching the ground of this planet. Again, not sure why. Why don't you, I don't know, build a civilization on this planet? I don't get it. Maybe it's going to be revealed later. I'm not sure. And but these contestants are not weak women. They are basically, the top of the line. They are common, they are royalty, they are wealthy, or whatever. They can hold their own, even though these girls have never ever met these creatures IRL. But when this happens, yeah, if one thing French show can draw is, he can draw very, very well. He can draw beautiful landscapes. He can draw beautiful, nice-looking, mostly buxom women. And he can draw dinosaurs very, very well. Yeah, big fan of his art. He is, he's very good. And but other wildlife is coming. We see them, fighting for prey. So the commentator says, "Any suggesting in dealing with this beast at this point? Well, when dealing with 4-ton beasts with nasty dispositions, make yourself scarce." An excellent bit of advice. So other women are, going other routes, going over this big trunk. But then, more danger is coming. We have a raptor. The raptor, immediately attacks. So again, with the commentators, they are basically the focus when it comes to narrative leading talking points here. And the jungle unleashes one of its surprises. "Doctor, what can you tell about this fast-footed reptile chasing number 9? It's more bird than a reptile. It's a holdover from the pre-Empire days. Very fast, very dangerous." Yeah, okay. Again, looks very, very cool. Digging its claws into this contestants. "Note the footwork as it jumps. See the talons extended outward? It's one of the hallmarks of that fascinating beast." So she goes down. She trips over her. She falls, but not really. But then this creature gets a boot in the face from one of the other contestants. And they're having a standoff, and she's, still alive. And I like that. So the raptor attacks immediately, but then, again, like I said, these women can hold their own. They are working together, and there it goes. But, unfortunately, for them, this happens. Okay, too bad. They are gone now. They are, fish food or gator food. That's a big one, this one. If I have one criticism about this comic, and when it comes to creature design, I'm just saying it, it's just It looks a little bit way too much from what's happening here on our planet. We have crocodiles. We have, in the past, we have raptors or, you know, tigers and beasts that looks exactly like what we see here in this comic. So yeah, I wish Frank changed the designs of the monsters a little bit here. It's a little bit close to home. I mean, this is an alien planet, right? So I think to myself, maybe, do something wild. I mean, it's a comic. You can do whatever you want. Meanwhile, the other women are here at the temple, and now it's a race for survival. And there's only 2 left here, well, from what we can see. But then one of the contestants is, unfortunately, grabbed away, like by design. And so these people that is behind the microphone says again, and just like that, the art swift to number 7's Xandera Blackwater. Doctor, what is this giant bird? That is a shadow cloud from the Patera family. With an average wingspan of 12 meters, it can carry off a large deer with ease, or in this case, a medium-sized woman. Looks like number 7, Xandera Blackwater of Deep Mine Hellgrave, will be our first contestant to finish that first challenge. Have a nice flight. And she touches this pad and she's being teleported back to, where it all began. And there's all these people here, with cameras and probably journalists and TV applauding and yelling. And she says, yeah, Hellgrave. Okay, but it seems that the other contestants, she's not dead. She plunges her thumb into this creature's eye, falls safely, or catching, as you can see here. And then it goes up into to this platform, and she's the second one who survived. And she also gives her the finger, suck it, bitch, because Xandera is not happy that she survived. And we have these 2 again. Told you she's the real deal and one to watch out for. She's a real peach, that one. Cleaning their weapons. What's going on with these 2? And then we have other survivors, number 10, 4, 3, and 8, who survive. I mean, she survived too. Going back, but these 4 are not. They are dead. But I wonder, is she really dead? I mean, she's the one, number 1. She hit her from behind. And then a little bit farther away, floating capital city, Caliph's prime minister building. He watches the video. Get me the director of the security. Replay segment. Pause. Yeah, this is the one that is she dead? Is this blood or? No, it's just number 1. So is she really dead or maybe not? I'm not entirely sure. You wish to see me, sir. And basically he says that, yes, security director, I want to know how an unknown coal girl from a mining outpost bested our champion in the opening round. Well, you just saw it here. That's why she was being caught unexpectedly, here. And then the other one, that's the unpredictability of any sport event. Sir, no, there's something off with this girl, this Xandera Blackwater. And so this guy says that, well, she passed all the tests. Dig deeper, he says. There is something amiss here, and I want to know who the upstart is. Do not disappoint me, security director. Are we clear? Of course, sir. Put the best man on this, sir. So is this in outer space then? Seems to. And they already sent a guy to investigate the matters. Maybe a spy. He says, I put my best man on this, sir. He's already at the sector finishing up a job. He's built for this sort of mission. Whatever secret Xander Blackwater is hiding, he'll get to the bottom of this. To be continued. Then we go into issue number 2. I have 1